Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about question number 19 based on class 12 topic. What is effective resistance of an electric circuit? Like how the questions will be asked. It's nothing but just what is the effective resistance across the given ends. So first, what is the meaning of effective resistance is? So the effective resistance is nothing but the net or resultant resistance which affects current in the circuit. That is called effective resistance. So there may be a resistor which does not have any current. So you cannot consider that as a part of effective resistance. All the resistors which takes place in affecting the current in opposing the total current in the electric circuit are from the source. That resistance is called effective resistance. That is the meaning of the resistance. Now, what is the difference between series and parallel connection of resistors? This also is important based on which usually questions will come. When you consider two resistors, then in a circuit, they can connect between different points, they can connect between same points. Like this is one resistor, now this is another resistor. Let's take A, B, C. See, one of the ends are at same potential, let's take VB, but other ends are at another potential VC. So VA minus VB is not equal to VB minus VC. That means potential difference across R1 and potential difference across R2 is not equal. But here some current is flowing means here also same current will flow. That means current is same. Such kind of connection we call it as series connection. So in series connection, the resistors must have same current but different potential difference. Now, similar way, when you consider two resistors such that one ends joined together to a common point and another end joined to another common point, then for both of them, potential difference is same, but current is not equal. That kind of connection, suppose some current is coming, then it will divide among the two resistors and such kind of connection. When current divides, that connection we call it as parallel connection. When voltage divides, that connection we call it as series connection. That is what you need to understand the basic thing about effective resistance. Then sometimes they will give one circuit, one of the important, that is infinite circuit. Infinite circuit means suppose between 2 points, let's take A and B. So they will connect many resistors such that a combination will keep on repeats. Like here one, now, so on. Like this is R1, this is R2. Same way, this is R1, this is R2. R1, R2, so on, up to infinity. Then what we will do is, we will find out which combination is repeating. Then we will separate the circuit into two parts, like one part is the first combination and remaining is rest all them. So that here what is the assumption is, if this part is there or not, it is going to infinity means the effective resistance remains same. That means R between AB you take, R between PQ you take, that is approximately same. So that we replace the circuit in this manner, that this is R1, this is R2, and the resistance across the entire R versus between P and Q we replace with R again. So that now R and R2 in parallel, that is in series with R1, and that resultant should be equal to RAB, nothing but R, so that you will get one quadratic equation. So you divide into two parts such that first combination you remove and remaining everything you take it as one circuit. That also looks like same. That's why approximately we take same resistance. Then we replace the entire circuit in the shortest form so that you will get one quadratic equation. Now here sometimes it is helpful how current divides between two parallel resistors, like some current I is coming and here one resistor R1 is there and here one resistor R2 is there. Now here current is I1, here current is I2. Then the equation is one is I equal to I1 plus I2. That is the first thing. And these two connected in parallel, that's why what it will become is I1 R1 equal to I2 R2 because potential difference must be same. Then if you substitute I1 value here, then the I2 value will become I into R1 by R1 plus R2. Similarly, I1 if you want to find, that will become, then what you will get I1 is I into R2 R1 plus R2. Now similar way, when two resistors are in series, let's take R1, R2 and we applied some voltage V across it. Let's take V1, V2. Two voltages are there. Then V1 will become V into R1 by R1 plus R2 and V2 equal to V into R2 by R1 plus R2. And here equations are V equal to V1 plus V2. And current must be same. That means V1 by R1 should be equal to V2 by R2. So if you solve these two equations, we will get the V1, V2 values. So this is what the basic idea about, means what you must have the idea to find the effective resistance of a circuit. But whenever there is a circuit, you have to take two resistors and reduce them into one resistance. Or sometimes you may get multiple resistors also directly, like series and parallel, so that you can make them into one. But always you have to take care that the resistance connected between the points across which you have to find effective resistance, that must not be disturbed. That you have to consider at the end. Like I'll show in the examples. Let's take one example like here. See, we have to find the effective resistance between A and B. So here between A and B we have to find. That means if you connect one battery across A and B, then how much current will flow and what is the opposition for that? That is what we have to understand. Now this resistance which is connected between the points, you have to consider loss. But if you consider suppose this 2 ohm and this 2 ohm, don't take they are in series because the one of the ends are connected. Why? Because there is one more junction is connected. See, if this is the connection, then it is series. But when one more connected, that is not series because here current divides. Current should not divide. Here current entered means that should enter here also. Then we say that both are in series connection. Like that here, if you look at this and this, they are in series. 2 and 2. So it will become 4, 2 plus 2. Now that 4 is in parallel with this 4. So that the 4 and 4 parallel means it will become 2. So I can reduce the circuit like this. It became, see, this is D, this is A. Now 2, 2, 4, 4, 4 parallel means 2. Now here 2 is there and here 4 is there and this is E and this is 2 and this is F. Now this is 4. Now this is 2 and this is 2 and this is F and this is B. Now this 2 and 2, 4. 2 and 2, 4. 4 and 4 again 2. Again 2 and 2 you will get 4. 4 and 4, 2. So I can reduce the circuit directly with the same manner, like see 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2. Now 2, 2, 4, 4, 4 parallel again, that will become 2. So that this is 2, this is A, now this is F. Now here 1, 2 is there, and here 1, 2 is there. Now these two in series, 2, 2, 4, and that is in parallel with 2. So 4 into 2 by 4 plus 2, that means 8 by 6, that equal to 4 by 3. So what is the effective resistance across AB? 4 by 3. If they are asking EAC or DE, then you have to proceed in another way. So when they ask the effective resistance across one set of points, you have to come from other end, and where you can take two resistors in series and parallel without disturbing other connections. Just you have to look at whether they connected to only one common point or not. Means whether they connected across different points or they connected across same set of points. Now similar way here, one more. See what will be the equivalent resistance between the 2 points A and D. Now between A and D. So you will connect a battery like this. That means, see, B is not completed. One end is not connected to anything. So there will be no current here and here. So that the circuit will become like this now. Like this. This is A, this is D. Now these two, this is 10, this is 10, both are in series. This is 10 and this is 10, both are in series. So 10, 10, 20, 10, 10, 20, both are in parallel. That means 10 again. That means here 10 and this resultant will become 10 and here 10. This is D, this is A. Now all the three are in series. So what is the resultant will become? 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30. So always you have to manipulate the given circuit in the easiest form by removing whatever unnecessary connections are there, by adjusting the circuit into the simplified form. That is what main thing you need to practice. Now as I said, one infinite series circuit. Let's see this one. See here, if you look at it, see now this is the combination repeating R to R. So now I will take this is P, this is Q. So that see, this is R and this is 2R between A and B. Now the entire rest of the circuit I will replace with RAB only. Let's take that RAB is R dash. So that now R dash is in parallel with 2R. That means 2R into R dash by 2R plus R dash. Now that is in series with R and that is equal to RAB. But RAB nothing but R dash. So that 2R R dash plus R into 2R plus R dash equal to R dash into 2R plus R dash. And if you multiply this, you will get a quadratic equation in terms of R dash. Like quadratic equation means what? Like ax square plus bx plus c equal to constant. Sorry, equal to 0. Now, for this quadratic equation, you know how to find the roots. Either you can make them into factors or you can apply the formula x equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So depending on the equation you got, you can choose the method. Now, one more question. See here, by looking at the circuit, you can understand this 9 and 18, both are in parallel. And that is in series with 6. So 9 and 8 parallel means 9 into 18 by 9 plus 18 means 27. 9 3s are 3 6 are 6. Now 6 and 6 series, so the resultant will become 12 here. Now this entire 3 became 12. Now here 6, 16, 16 all are in parallel. So the resultant I can take it as 1 by 8 plus 1 by 16 plus 1 by 16. So that it will become how much? 4. Now, here comes 4. And here already 2 is there. Sorry, 20 is there. And here B is there. So this is A, this is B. Now 4 and 20 in series, 24. So that 24 and 12 in parallel. So equal to 36. 3 is a 8 is a. So what is the answer? 8 ohm. This way, try to understand which two resistors are in series, which two or three resistors in parallel, and reduce them into one so that you can simplify the circuit step by step slowly. Now one last and final question. Here, find the equivalent resistance between A and B. See, when you are confusing, you take this potential is V1. Now this potential is V2. But here, see, this is also connected to this point, means here potential V1 and this potential is V2 because it's connected to same thing. Now for this also V1, V2, for this also V1, V2, for this also V1, V2. All the three are connected across same points like this. V and A. So all are in parallel. So the effective resistance will become 1 by 6R plus 1 by 9R plus 1 by 12R. So if you solve it, you will get the answer. Now, similarly here, they are asking the effective resistance between A and B. Now here, see, this is one end, this is another end. Now if you look at these resistors, see this one, this one, this one, this one. Now one of the ends are connected to A and all the other ends are connected to B common. That means it is like, see, what from one point, one resistor, another resistor, another resistor, another resistor. Now all are connected to one common point A and all the other points connected to common point B. Now what kind of connection it will become? Again, parallel connection. 2R, 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 2R. So that 1 by RAB will become 1 by 2R plus 1 by 2R plus 1 by 2R plus 1 by 2R. Or one more thing I will tell you, if n resistors, equal resistors are connected in series, n equal resistors in series means resultant will become NR and in parallel it will become R by N. So that way you can find the answer. So this is how you have to understand and you have to deal with effective resistance of a circuit. So understand the simple rules and try to reduce the circuit step by step. Sometimes in the same kind of circuits they will also ask like what is the potential difference across particular resistor or what is the current through particular resistor. They will not ask total current. They will ask one particular resistor. So that there also you have to use, like I explained you, current division between two parallel currents or voltage division between two series resistors. That thing will be utilized very much in such questions. So always you have to take care all these things. Then you can find the effective resistance. I gave the as usual example questions also. There are NCERT questions also based on this. So try to solve all the questions. Many questions they have given. So everything is important. See, more NCERT questions are there means you will understand that the importance of the topic, right? So thank you all of you. We'll continue with the next topic in the next class.